Picture two lipstick swatches side by side on the back of a hand. Same rich, creamy red, same satin finish, same pigment payoff. One came out of a $400 designer tube with a name you would recognize instantly and a case heavy enough to be jewelry. The other came out of a $1.25 tube from the Dollar Tree. And here is the thing that should genuinely bother the luxury beauty world. On the lips, most people cannot tell which is which. So today I am giving you $7 Tree lipsticks that go head to head with a $400 designer lipstick and win on everything that actually matters. Exactly what each one does and how it wears. And the honest truth about the few things the expensive one still does better. And number one is the one that will make you question every designer lipstick you have ever bought. I want to be clear before we start that this is not about telling you cheap is always better or that wanting something beautiful is wrong. It is about knowing exactly what your money is buying so that whatever you choose it with open eyes instead of being quietly talked into a number. Let us get into it. But first, you need to understand what a lipstick actually is. Because once you know this, the $400 price tag stops making any sense at all. A lipstick, at its core, is a very simple thing. Wax for structure, oil to make it glide, and pigment for color. That is the whole recipe, and all three ingredients cost pennies. The pigments that make a lipstick red or nude or berry are available to every brand on earth, cheap or expensive, because there is no such thing as $400 better red. What you are actually paying for is the heavy metal case, the boutique, the name engraved on the bullet, and the feeling of pulling something luxurious out of your bag. The color itself, the only part that touches your lips, was always cheap. Hold that in your mind because every single find on this list proves it. Lipstick has been made from the same basic trio of wax, oil, and pigment for the better part of a century. The formulas trickle down fast, and the manufacturing is often done in the very same factories for brands at wildly different prices. So that $400 number was never a measure of quality. It is exactly what it looks like, a measure of marketing. Number one is the LA Colors Pout Chaser lipstick, and this is the one that started my whole obsession with this idea, because it is genuinely, embarrassingly good for the price. LA Colors is the hidden gem brand of the entire Dollar Tree beauty aisle, a real cosmetics brand that has quietly built a cult following, and this creamy satin finish lipstick is the proof. The color payoff is rich and pigmented in a single swipe. The formula is comfortable rather than dry, and here's the part that stuns people when they read the label. It is vegan, cruelty-free, enriched with vitamin E to condition your lips, and free of the harsh alcohols, parabens, and sulfates that people assume the cheap stuff is full of. That is a cleaner, more thoughtful formula than plenty of mid-range lipsticks charging $15 and $20, sitting in a $1.25 tube. Swatch this next to the designer red and the difference on your lips is essentially nothing, which is exactly the point. Keep it in mind that LA Colors quietly shows up not just at Dollar Tree but as a respected budget brand in its own right, which tells you this is a real cosmetics company making a genuinely good product, not some no-name filler thrown on a shelf. And that reputation is exactly why beauty lovers keep sneaking it into their routines and refusing to say how little it cost. A quick tip for getting the most out of it. Because it is so creamy and pigmented, one careful swipe is usually enough, and if you press your lips together and then gently blot, the color sinks in and lasts noticeably longer. Build it up in thin layers, rather than one thick one, and it wears more evenly through the day and never goes gloopy at the center of the lip, which is the little detail that separates a lip that looks cheap from one that looks considered. Number two is the Dollar Tree Matte Lip Kit. And this is the one that had reviewers doing a genuine double take because it is a lip liner and a matte liquid lipstick together for the same $1.25. A coordinated liner and liquid lipstick duo is the exact format that a very famous celebrity lip brand built an empire on and sold for many times this price. And shoppers who have tried both say the Dollar Tree version holds up shockingly well, earning a genuine dupe reputation. The liner lets you define and fill your lips so the color lasts longer and does not feather, and the matte liquid lipstick lays down a velvety, pigmented, transfer-resistant finish that reads as expensive. For anyone just learning to do a full lip look, or anyone who simply refuses to pay $30 for a two-piece kit, this is a genuinely brilliant find, and it comes in wearable shades like a warm toffee and a deep red wine. Those two shades alone cover an enormous amount of ground, a soft everyday nude brown and a classic bold red, which means for $2.50, you could own a complete day-to-night lip wardrobe that a celebrity brand would charge you $60 for. The trick with any liner and lipstick kit is to slightly overline the very outer edge of your natural lip line, just a hair, before you fill everything in, because that creates a fuller, more sculpted shape, and more importantly, builds a border that stops the liquid color from bleeding or feathering out over the hours. Done well, this kit gives you the kind of crisp, defined, long-wearing lip that people assume took a professional and a small fortune, when it actually took $2.50 and about 90 seconds. Number 3 is the LA Colors Matte Liquid Lipstick on its own, for the days you want bold, long-wearing color with zero shine. Matte liquid lipsticks are the format people reach for when they need color that stays put through a long day. And this one delivers a seriously pigmented, velvety, full-coverage matte that grips the lips and resists transfer far better than its price has any right to. Where a designer matte can run you $40 or more, this gives you that same intense, flat, modern matte finish for pocket change. The honest note, and I will give you honest notes throughout, is that like most mattes, it can feel a touch drying over many hours, so a swipe of balm underneath keeps it comfortable. But that is true of $40 mattes too, so it is not a knock against the price. It is just how mattes behave. Reach for this one on the days you have somewhere to be for hours, a wedding, a long shift, an event, because it is built to grip and stay, and it genuinely competes with the expensive liquid mattes on the exact quality you buy a liquid matte for, which is staying power. One more honest tip for liquid mattes of any price, cheap or designer. Apply a thin, even coat and then leave it completely alone while it sets, resisting the urge to press your lips together, because rubbing a half-dry liquid matte is what causes patchiness and that dreaded ring around the edges. Let it dry down fully, and this dollar matte sets into a smooth, even, comfortable finish that looks every bit as intentional as the tube that costs 30 times more. Number 4 is the Ioni Shea Butter Lipstick, and this is the one for people who find most lipsticks too drying and want comfort above everything. This is a creamy, hydrating shea butter-based lipstick that feels more like a tinted balm melting into your lips than a heavy cakey color, and it has been directly compared to a beloved buttery lipstick from a well-known drugstore to mid-range brand that costs several times more. It delivers soft, wearable, comfortable color with a conditioning feel, the kind of everyday lipstick you can reapply without your lips ever feeling tight or flaky. For mature lips especially, which tend to run drier and show every bit of texture, a nourishing, buttery formula like this is often far more flattering than an expensive matte, and here it costs almost nothing. It is also the most forgiving lipstick to apply because a creamy, sheer, buttery formula does not demand a perfect edge the way a bold matte does, so you can swipe it on without a mirror in 10 seconds and still look pulled together. It is the lipstick I would tell someone to keep in their car, their desk drawer, and their coat pocket, because its whole value is in how effortless it is, a hit of soft, hydrating, flattering color for the days you have no time and no mirror and simply want to look a little more alive. And because it conditions as it colors, it is doing a small skincare job at the same time, treating your lips rather than just painting them, which is more than you can say for a lot of expensive matte formulas that leave lips parched. Number 5 is the color-changing lip balm, and this one is pure, delightful magic that the luxury world also sells at a premium. It goes on completely clear, and then, reacting to the natural moisture and warmth of your lips, it shifts into a soft, custom pink or berry tint that is unique to you. The high-end versions of this exact trick, the Your Lips But Better color-adjusting balms, sell for real money at beauty counters, and here is the identical idea. The clear to custom flush effect in a hydrating balm for $1.25. It is the perfect no makeup product, the one you keep in your bag for a wash of natural, flattering color and a hit of moisture at the same time, and it genuinely works exactly the way the expensive ones do. And because the tint reacts to you specifically, it is genuinely impossible to get a wrong shade, which is the quiet genius of the format and the reason the luxury versions became such cult objects in the first place. It is also a wonderful one to hand to someone who says they do not wear lipstick and finds a full color intimidating, because there is no line to mess up, no shade to get wrong, and no commitment, just a soft, natural flush that looks like their lips on their best possible day. That gentle, foolproof quality is precisely what the prestige brands packaged and sold for $30 and $40. And here it sits, doing the identical trick for the price of almost nothing. Number 6 is the Dollar Tree lip stain, and this is the secret weapon for anyone who wants color that survives coffee, meals, and an entire long day. A lip stain works differently from a lipstick. Instead of sitting on top of the lips, it tints them, so the color becomes almost a part of your lips and refuses to budge, kiss-proof, and smudge-resistant in a way that genuinely rivals expensive longwear formulas. Reviewers consistently call out the dollar store stains for surprisingly strong staying power, which is exactly the quality people are usually paying premium prices to get. Wear it alone for a soft, lived-in flush, or layer it under any of the other lipsticks on this list, so that even after your topper wears off, a beautiful tint remains. For the price of a stick of gum, it solves the single biggest complaint people have about cheap lipstick, which is wear time. Think about that trade for a second. The one genuine weakness of budget lip color, longevity, gets solved by another product that also costs $1.25, which means the whole objection to cheap lipstick can be answered for $2.50 total. Keep one in your bag as your long-wear insurance policy, and you will find you reach for it constantly, on travel days, on busy days, on any day you know you will not have a chance to touch up, because the peace of mind of color that simply does not move is worth far more than the tiny price it costs. It is the least glamorous product on this list, and quietly, one of the most useful. Number 7 is the Dollar Tree Lip Oil, the glossy, hydrating, tinted finish that took over the beauty world and that the luxury brands charge a genuine fortune for. Lip oils give you a plumped, glassy, mirror shine finish with a sheer wash of color and serious hydration, no stickiness, and the cult high-end version of this, a juicy, nourishing lip oil from a major prestige brand, sells for around a coffee shop lunch worth of money per tube. The Dollar Tree take gives you that same glossy, comfortable, tinted shine effect for a fraction of that price, and shoppers hyped it up specifically as a dupe for that famous prestige lip oil. It is the modern, hydrating, of-the-moment finish, the one everyone is wearing right now, and you do not have to pay designer money for a single second of it. This is the find that feels the most current, the most of the moment, because lip oils are what everyone is reaching for right now, and it is a little bit delicious that the trendiest finish in beauty is available for the least amount of money. A small styling trick, dab a tiny bit of the lip oil right in the center of your bottom lip over any of the other lipsticks on this list, and it instantly creates that plumped, three-dimensional glassy pout that makeup artists build on purpose, turning a flat color into something that catches the light. So it is not only a lovely product on its own, it is also the finishing touch that makes every other find here look more expensive than it was. So there are your 7. And now let me be completely honest with you, because I am not here to pretend the $400 lipstick has no reason to exist, and you deserve the full truth. There are genuinely a few things the designer lipstick does better, and they are worth naming. The case is one. A heavy, beautiful, refillable designer case is a real, tactile luxury, a lovely object to own and to pull out in public. And if that experience brings you joy and you can comfortably afford it, that is a completely valid thing to buy. A refillable case can also be a little more sustainable over years, since you replace only the bullet. Some designer formulas do have a slightly more refined, luxurious feel, and in a few cases, marginally better all-day wear straight out of the tube. And the designer shade range is often deeper, with more nuanced, curated colors than a rotating dollar store selection. None of that is nothing, but notice what is not on that list: the actual color on your lips. You are paying that enormous premium for the case, the feel, the range, and the experience, and not for a red that is $400 better than $1.25 red, because that red does not exist. Think about where $400 actually goes when you buy that tube. A few dollars at most is the lipstick itself. The rest is the machined metal case, the designer's name, the advertising campaigns, and the celebrity faces, the gleaming boutique with staff in black, and the pure profit of convincing you that beauty at that level simply must be costly. You are not buying $400 of lipstick. You are buying a few dollars of lipstick wearing a $400 costume, and the costume, however beautiful, never once changed the color on your mouth. And there are honest caveats on the Dollar Tree side too, because I would never send you in blind. The single biggest one is wear time. Many of these, especially the creamy lipsticks, wear about as long as a typical drugstore lipstick, which means you will likely need to reapply after eating or drinking, whereas the best designer longwear formulas can genuinely last longer untouched. The matte kits, the stains, and the liquid mattes hold up far better on that front, so choose those when longevity matters. The selection at Dollar Tree also rotates constantly, so the exact shade you love may vanish and reappear, which means when you find a color you adore, you buy a backup or two on the spot. And always check that the packaging is sealed and clean, and patch test if you have sensitive skin or a fragrance sensitivity. These are minor, manageable things, not deal breakers, but honesty is the whole point of this channel. Now think about what all 7 of these together actually cost, because this is the part that reframes everything. 7 finished lip products, a creamy satin lipstick, a full matte kit with liner, a bold liquid matte, a hydrating butter lipstick, a color-changing balm, a long wear stain, and a glossy lip oil come to under $9 for the entire collection. Under $9 for a complete lip wardrobe that covers every finish, every occasion, and every mood, from a natural office flush to a bold red for a night out to a glassy oil for a lazy weekend. A single $400 designer lipstick gives you exactly one shade in exactly one finish. For less than the sales tax on that one tube, you could own the whole range and still have money left over, and that is not an exaggeration for effect. That is simply the arithmetic once you stop paying for cases and names. Now let me hand you the pro tricks that close the gap almost entirely, because with a couple of techniques, a dollar lipstick can genuinely outlast and outlux its price. First, line and fill your entire lip with a lip liner before your lipstick, because that creates a base layer of color that clings and dramatically improves how long the whole thing lasts. Second, after your first coat of lipstick, blot your lips with a single ply of tissue and then apply a second thin coat, which sets the color into the lips and makes it wear far longer with less transfer. Third, before any of this, gently exfoliate your lips. A soft toothbrush or a sugar and honey scrub takes off the flaky skin that makes cheap and expensive lipstick alike look patchy. And for a matte lipstick that feels dry, prep with a thin layer of balm first and let it absorb for a minute before applying. You can also set a creamy lipstick to last much longer by laying a single ply of tissue over your lips and dusting a whisper of translucent powder through it, which mattifies and locks the color without dulling it. And fourth, layer a lip stain underneath any lipstick as insurance, so that even as the top layer fades through the day, a beautiful tint stays behind and you never end up with that patchy, half worn off look. Do those 4 things and a handful of dollar store lip products will carry you through an entire day, looking every bit as polished as the woman who spent $400. None of these tricks cost you anything either. No special tools, no extra products beyond a cheap liner and a tissue, just technique, and technique has always been free. The woman whose lipstick looks flawless at hour 8 is almost never the one who spent the most. She is the one who knew to line, blot, layer, and set, and now you know it too. Here is the honest heart of all of it. The thing worth remembering the next time you are standing at a glossy beauty counter feeling like the expensive tube must simply be better. A lipstick has always been one of the purest examples of how little price has to do with quality, because it is such a simple product, wax, oil, and pigment, that there is almost nowhere for $400 to hide except in the case and the name. The luxury lipstick is not selling you a superior color, because a superior color is not a thing that exists. It is selling you a beautiful object and a feeling, and if you want those and can afford them, wonderful. Buy them with clear eyes. But if what you actually want is gorgeous, pigmented, comfortable, flattering color on your lips, that was never expensive, and it was never behind a glass counter. It was sitting in a bin at the Dollar Tree, $1.25 a tube, doing the exact same job the whole time. So the next time you catch yourself about to spend real money on a designer lipstick because the weight of the case and the name on the bullet made it feel like it had to be worth it, stop. And remember the swatch test, the two identical reds where the only real difference was $399. That image is the entire lesson, and once you have really seen it, the spell of the beauty counter loses a great deal of its power over you. You stop asking how much a lipstick costs and start asking the only question that ever mattered, which is how it looks on you. And that question has a wonderful habit of leading you to a dollar bin instead of a glass case. Grab a few of these dollar finds instead. The creamy pout chaser, the matte kit, the color-changing balm, the lip oil, and build yourself an entire wardrobe of finishes for less than the tax on the designer one. Then come down to the comments and tell me your own best dollar store makeup find, the cheap thing that quietly outperformed something expensive, because these comments always turn into the best budget beauty guide anywhere. I read them, I genuinely love them, and half the finds I end up testing come straight from you. Beautiful lips were never a luxury. They were $1.25, and now you know it too.